Grand Rising, Supreme Rising, beloveds. How are you guys doing this lovely evening? I am doing just wonderful. I told you many times that I wake up in the morning and I wake up with a purpose. And the first thing I decide to do every morning is to have a great day. I purpose to have a great day. I try my very best not to let anything get in the way of that. So I am doing just great. Had a beautiful day today. And first, I want to really introduce myself for my new subscribers and people who are on this channel for the first time. I am your girl, Layla Awake. I am a content creator here on YouTube, and my topic is predominantly the empowerment of my people, the neuromelanated, and in many cases, other beings can be blessed by some of the content that I put out, but it is ultimately my purpose to elevate and assist in the ascension of my people. We are so underrepresented, guys, and so my passion is to help restore us, make my contribution to restoring us back to our original selves, which is what's taking place right now on the planet. We are going through something like a metamorphosis and it is just a beautiful time to be alive. Yes. So I'm so happy to be here in this now moment, and I'm happy that those of you who are here with me have taken the time to come on and spend this moment with me. I really don't take that lightly, because you could be doing anything else if you wanted to, anything, but you're here with me. So thank you so very much. I wanted to come on and a couple of topics I want to hit on. Nothing big tonight, but I want to talk about how to deal with or how to handle gossipers. I've been hearing here lately, had a couple of conversations with people here lately, and the topic was people that just want to gossip, just want to call you up and interrupt your day just to talk about someone else. And I want to say it's one of those things that it's an old habit that many beings have had for centuries, where, there's not enough going on in their lives, or I don't know why people do it, boredom maybe. Well, for whatever reason, it becomes a habit for some people to where they just gotta gossip. And for those of us who may not be so much of a gossiper, but we don't actually know how to respond to those who call us up with the gossip, I want to say also, we have to learn how to not entertain it. We have to learn how to be bold enough or strong enough to block it, to stop them, because we don't have to entertain that. We can always say, there's many ways to respond to that. When someone calls you up and they want to talk about someone else, especially a loved one, especially someone that you both are in relationship with. So I say it's just really time out for it. But I'm hearing a few people here lately talking about gossipers and how do you deal with gossipers. So I say, if you get a phone call and someone's calling you up, a friend or a co-worker or a family member, and they want to discuss, put out something negative about another family member or co-worker or friend, you're not wrong to put your hand up and say, wait a minute. If you calling to be critical of anyone, let's get that other person on the line with us so they can defend themselves. That's one way you can respond to it. Another way is you can just tell them point blank, I don't participate in gossip. Just be strong enough to be able to say that. You're not wrong. You will be well within your right. Because when you do that, then you stop it right away. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you entertain gossip, even if you sit and just listen to gossip, then you're a gossiper as well. You're part of the gossip. You're no better than the person that called you up with it. And so we got to be strong enough to be able to stop it. There's so many issues with relationships, and gossip a lot of times is at the root of it, but we got to learn how to stop it. You can be the one to stop it right in the moment. Just had a couple of conversations lately about it, and I decided to mention it, put it out there, because it is very common that people call up people and talk about other people. And I notice even in some of my own family members, we have this thing where we're always telling each other how much we love each other, and and we're always talking about getting together and having family gatherings, just having family functions, and and before we hang up the phone, it's always I love you or love you, and a lot of times we just say love you, cut it off like that. I don't let them cut that, come at me with that love you stuff. No, give me the whole, say it properly. I love you. Go on with that love you, But anyway, if we're going to love one another, then we need to, love is a verb. It's an action word. And if we're going around telling each other that we love each other, then we need to act like we love each other. It's an action word, guys. And if you do love your loved ones, you really sincerely do, and you saying it, then you wouldn't be gossiping about them. You wouldn't be entertaining gossip when someone else calls you to gossip about them. So we gotta, the work that we need, that has to be done, especially in our communities, because remember now, my channel is predominantly about fixing us. So one of the things that we need to focus on in the community is learning how to respect one another, and learning how to love one another properly, and not just use the words. We got to learn how to really love. And part of that is learning how to be respectful to each other. And when people call in your family, or, friends, neighbors, whatever, we got to learn how to stop the gossip. Just put a stop to it. Just be strong enough to say, wait a minute, I don't think it's right for you to call me to discuss so-and-so, and so-and-so is not here to defend himself or herself. We got to learn how to do that, guys. I tell you, and that's just one of those things in our community, and I'm sure it's in other communities as well, but I'm focusing on our community. And I see it, I hear about it, it's one of those things we got to work on. We're getting ready to embark on this new world as a people, those of us that are still here. So we're going to have to learn how to live together. Families going to learn how to work together. We're going to have to build communities. We can't do that if we're gossiping and hurting each other's feelings, and keeping strife among ourselves. How can we build together in our new world that, Mother Gaia is clearing out for us right now, if we can't even stop gossiping, stop hurting each other, So that is the one thing that I just wanted to talk a little bit about tonight, because I'm hearing about it a lot. And to firmly say, with where we're going right now, with this system crashing, and we are going into this new space, we're going to have to open our hearts, because the only way we're going to go and be in the fifth dimension is if we are walking in, in an open heart. So we can't do that if we're still fighting, if we're still bashing one another. So it's all tied in together. We can't build, and we're going to have to build, because this thing is coming down, guys. It's crashing as we speak. We can't how are we going to survive it if we can't even stop gossiping about each other? If we don't know how to stop the gossip when it comes. We don't know how to just say, you know what, I don't want to hear that. We're not going to do that today. If we're not strong enough to start doing that, how are we going to work together? How are we going to do it, guys? I can't see it happening if we can't even fix those minor things. I say minor. I want to call them minor. Maybe they're not so minor, but those are things we need to fix in our community. And with one another, whether you're relatives or not, just people. We've got to learn to work together. So, because many of you know that everything is collapsing. Many of you already know that the quickening is here. Just look at how fast things are going. Look at how fast time is. I tell you, I get up in the morning and before you know it, it's already 1 o'clock. I've been noticing that a lot lately. So the quickening is here. Time is just going by like that. There's really no such thing as time anyway, but we're feeling it with what's happening in the cosmos. We're seeing that, time is just really a blur now. The prison we were born into is down. It's down. We are no longer in this behind the simulated bars. The prison is down, and it may not look like it at 100% to some of us, but many of us know that this prison is over. The program is crashing. The first will be last, and the last will be first. We're getting ready to take our place, guys. We've been on the bottom for a mighty long time. It's time for us to take our place. And the universe and the Most High, Mother Gaia, they're laying out for us. They're laying it out. So the economic crash is slowly coming down. People are leaving their jobs. They're walking off from these plantations and beginning to work for themselves, beginning to create for themselves. All of this is happening. The program is ending. People have been operating in ego. And now we are learning that that's not going to work in this new world. We're going to have to walk in the heart space. We're not going to be able to walk in ego, and we're going to have to level the ego out, but we're going to have to open the heart in order to function in this new world. So we got all this stuff coming. It's folding out right now, and it's going to start moving even faster in 2023. I expect it's going to be some amazing things that's going to take place in 2023. It's going to be some hard things too. Everything's not going to be peaches and cream initially. We still got some rough times that's coming. But according to how you look at it, according to how you view it, whatever your perspective is, if you understand what's actually manifesting in the world, and you might not necessarily look at it as a bad thing, even if it looks horrible or scary, whatever. If you really understand what's taking place, you might look at it in a good way. So we got some work to do, guys. We're going to have to get ready to roll up our sleeves and go back and fix a whole lot of stuff. A lot of what's been crashing and what is crashing. We're going to have to pick up the pieces and create once it's completely down. So, but in order to be able to do that, we're going to have to be able to work together. So, backbiting, gossiping, and all of the, stuff that's been going on in this low vibrational world, we're going to have to get rid of that. We got to do better, guys. And we're a family. We're one unit together. And in order to make things work, everybody's going to have to do their part. Each and every one of us we have a part to play. And so I wanted to just come on and kind of talk a little bit about that. And like I said, I've heard a couple of conversations recently, and I've participated in a couple of conversations pertaining to how, you know, our people still, you know, don't know how to be respectful to one another and still want to gossip and backbite and hurt one another. We got to stop that, guys. That's I tell you, you call me up, want to gossip about somebody, you gonna be the one get it. We ain't gonna sit and talk about it. I'm gonna talk about you to you. I don't have time for it. It's too much going on, guys. We got too much work to do. So we're gonna have to fix that. And I hope and pray that each one of us get that in our mind, and we check ourselves on a daily basis to make sure that we're walking in the way we should be, walking in love with our loved ones. Because that's the only way things are going to work. If we're not strong enough to get somebody off the phone and, you know, and block that foolishness, then we maybe just don't say anything at all. Hang up. But we got to fix it, guys. We got to. And that's been on my mind to talk about today, and I wanted to get that out. And also just to remind you that everything is crashing, and prepare, guys. Make sure you stocked up on food and water and medical supplies. And I mean, there's lists online, and you can go on YouTube. There's all kind of YouTubers out there that are giving you information, that are giving you lists to, you know, suggest what you need to purchase. And I say, guys, if you haven't gotten your stuff all stocked up yet, you may want to do it before the rush, before the last minute folk get out there, because it's going to be a mess. I guarantee you. I can see it. So get out there and get what you need. Get stocked up so that you will be in a good place when things really get really tough, because it's coming. Trust me. So I thank you for coming on and taking this time to listen to this message. I appreciate that very much. I'm going to ask you to like the video, because when you like it, others can see it. I'm also going to ask you to share it, as I always do, because when you share it, more people can see it. Click the notification bell. And if anything I say resonates with you, and I appreciate that very, very much. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to say assalamu alaikum to you. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Keep your head up, guys. Get some sun and hug somebody. There is always someone out there that needs a hug. I appreciate you for doing that, guys. We are one family together, and much love to one another. We got to start walking in love, guys, because that's just what we got to do. No exceptions. Peace be unto you. And until next time, I'm going to say bye-bye.